Hi everyone, my name is Hannah Steadman and my presentation is on the proposal of peanut allergy research and safety development through the creation of a smartphone application and testing mechanism. So first we needed to establish what is a food allergy. So in foods, there are certain proteins that cause reaction in a person's body and their immune system kind of freaks out. And so they react negatively to try to get rid of those proteins. And so there are eight of the most common types of food allergies, which are peanuts, tree nuts, milk, egg, fish, wheat, crustacean shellfish, and soybeans. And so those foods, they cause a wide variety of reactions. Some of them are less severe and some of them are quite severe. And those are listed on the slide, but I want to note an anaphylactic reaction that is one of the most serious ones, and it does require hospitalization for treatment, and if it's not treated properly, it can lead to death. So peanut allergens are one of the most common allergies across the globe. In the United States itself, 6.1 million people are affected every day, and that is just a little bit over 1% of the population. Peanuts, they contain a ton of protein, and so they are more apt to cause more serious reactions, and there are actually 16 types of proteins in peanuts that cause allergic reactions. And in the United States, we process our peanuts by dry roasting them and frying them, and that, according to a study, has actually led to cause a more severe reaction in people. And peanut allergies, it develops and it affects most of the younger population. So in these diagrams you see here, peanut allergies were one of the leading causes of emergency visits from an anaphylactic reaction. And so since 2005, it has actually increased up to 2014. And then the figure you see on the right here, since 2002, peanut allergy diagnoses have actually increased, and they seem to only be increasing in the future. And so the problem with food allergic reactions also has to do with labeling itself. So the Food Allergen Labeling and Consumer Protection Act was established in 2004, and it requires that major allergens be declared in plain English on ingredient labels. And of those eight main food allergens that I said earlier, those are required to be on labels. But it would not apply, however, to food items placed in a wrapper, container, or box in response to a customer's order, e.g. a fast food establishment. With this act too, it's only voluntary for companies to put warning labels such as, so if you had a chocolate factory and they produced a milk chocolate bar, but they also make chocolate candies that have peanuts or peanut butter in it, they're not required to say manufactured in the same facility as peanuts. This poses a problem for people who have very serious allergies. Even if they consume trace allergens, they are apt to have an allergic reaction. This is where my project proposal comes in. So we are developing a smartphone application and testing mechanism that will identify different trace peanut proteins. And the University of Nebraska-Lincoln actually has a program, the Food Allergy Research and Resource Program. They have researched and kind of more dived into the testing of enzyme-linked immunosorbent assays, ELISA, which I will cover in the next slide. And so the figure you see on the left here is actually a similar testing system to what we would like to develop, and it's called IEAT. It covers a more wider scope, whereas we would like to pinpoint exactly what peanut proteins are identified in the food product itself. So ELISA, enzyme-linked immunosorbent assays. So the way that it works, we develop antibodies in animals, and then we use those antibodies to identify different trace proteins found in food. We take a little sample and then use those antibodies to identify those proteins. ELISA is pretty adaptable for various testing methods, so it's pretty easy to work with, and with the way that we would like to structure our testing mechanism, we want it to be ergonomic and easy to use, so ELISA is pretty flexible with that. And it's more convenient than other methods of testing, such as mass spectrometry and polymerase chain reaction. Again, ELISA is just more flexible and easier to work with. So my project is the Peanut Precautions Project. It started on August 1st, 2020, and the release date will be January 1st of 2021. We have different development teams that are developing the app and the testing mechanism itself. We're working on the prototypes right now, and we also have a marketing team. We want to make sure that the people who are affected by peanut allergies know that there's a product out there. And the main focus, the purpose of this project is to put testing back into the consumer's hands. We don't want them to have to wait for test results, and they can ensure their safety regardless of what food they're consuming. So if they want to go to a fast food restaurant, they can test the food right there with their own hands. So we are very excited about this project, and we hope to we are seeking your support and endorsement through the release of this product itself. And this is my references page. Thank you.